Hey everyone, welcome to today's webinar, Get It Done, Write Your Book. My name is Vanessa Simpkins. Super happy that you can all join me here today because I want to share with you everything I possibly can about how you can get your book written, get it out of your head on a paper and published. And I'm so excited because I have a lot to share with you today. And I see some people here are live with me on the webcast. I want to make sure you can all hear me and see me. So why don't you guys go ahead and let me know where you're from, who's joining us. If you want to type in your name and where you're from, that would be awesome. I'm going to have a little sip of Earl Grey tea and we are going to get started. Awesome. Hey Elaine, it's great to see you too. So nice. Before we get started, I would love to find out what you're struggling with. Now, this is a live weekly webinar that I host every single Tuesday. It's really about how to create your travel lifestyle in your business. I work with spiritual women entrepreneurs who are committed to creating more confidence and cash flow, more impact in the world, sharing their gifts, their inspiration. And I'd love to find out from you, why are you here? I mean, you could be doing 10,000 other things. This is the most important commodity you have, your time, and you're sharing it, you're spending it here with me. So what can I help you with? What are some of the challenges that you're facing? Go ahead and type them here in the chat box. You have me here live for an hour, so ask me anything you want. It could be related to sales, to confidence, to writing your book, anything. Go ahead and type that in the chat box. Hey, Amber's here, Christine, Sherilyn from Princeville, Saskatchewan. Yeah, we got some Canadians in the house. Amber's from BC, Christine's from Buffalo. Lisa, I can hear you and you look great. Thank you. From Central Valley, California. We got another Californian here. I'm also in Southern California. Kendra's here. Hey, Kendra. Aloha, love. Kendra came with me on the retreat. So good to see you. Jim, loud and clear from Temecula. A big fan. Awesome, Jim. Yeah, love Temecula. I think I know who this Jim is. I think you're in my mastermind. Les is here from Manitoba. Actually, Les is my writing coach. Amazing man. Lane from Ottawa. Awesome, guys. Great to see you here. So let's jump into today's webinar. Again, I'm going to invite you to post any questions you have, and I'll check back in as I go. So I'm going to now share my screen. Yes, this is the one. And we will get started. Okay. Is this really how I'm doing this? Okay. Stop screen sharing. Let me do that one more time. Okay. Desktop, that's what I want to do. All right. Oh, hold on. Desktop, start screen share. Okay, so I think this should work. Present to everyone. This is so weird. Sorry guys, a little glitch here. The ins and outs of hosting a live webinar. Okay, I want to screen share. Screen share, Google Hangout. My desktop. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Start screen share. Okay. All right, so let me know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to start. You guys should all be able to see this screen. It should say 10K in 30-day formula. This is the live weekly training, and it's really my intention is to share with you money mindset marketing strategies for spiritual entrepreneurs who want more confidence, cash flow, and freedom. And today we're going to talk about writing your book and how you can basically create any kind of lifestyle you want as an entrepreneur, which is why I'm so passionate about entrepreneurship. And today, on this webinar, you're gonna get to know, how to get started writing your book, how to organize your content, stories, and ideas, how to create a writing timeline and actually stick to it, how to create a winning title and cover, ways to get your book published quickly, tips on how to hire an editor, what it really takes to write a book, and how to begin your marketing as you write it. This is really, really important. And of course, so much more. We'll talk about mindset as well. Now, Every week, we talk about proven sales attraction system to help you attract high-paying clients in the next 30 days. We talk about how to get massive visibility to your offers, even if you're new to business or a seasoned business owner, because leads generate sales, and that's what business is really all about. Unless you have sales, you have a hobby. So we all talk about how to break through your visibility blocks, all of that inner stuff, fear, self-doubt, uncertainty, overwhelm, what to do first, and really how to get clear about your message, how to create content that's highly engaging and positions you as an expert that people want to buy from. Guess what? A book is a great way to do that. Today we're talking about how to write your book and get it done. And we also talk about, doing emotional detox if you find yourself procrastinating and stuck in fear and indecision, which I think every entrepreneur has faced at one point or another. And I just want to make sure that you guys can actually all see me here. And are you seeing the screen? Just let me know if you guys are actually seeing those, because I still see that little video green button. And it makes me think that it's not sharing my screen, that you're just seeing my face as I'm reading this. So just let me know in the chat if you actually saw those slides that I just posted. And I'm gonna have another little sip of my Earl Grey tea with some honey in it. Got some questions coming in too. My challenge is layout, how to structure my life story. How do you decide structure? Elaine says, I'm seeing you, you're not seeing the slides. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Nope, Amber says no. Okay, well, let's try it again. Start screen share. Yes, I'm using PowerPoint. Present to everyone. All right, so let me pull that up again. See you. Yes, saw the slides, but now it is you. Huh. So if you guys ever have trouble seeing anything, just hit refresh. Refresh on your browser, and you guys should be able to see the slideshow now. Thank you for all your feedback. Amazing. Okay, so a book. This is really where amazing things happen. And you might hear little dogs barking. I have 3 dogs in the house, 2 little Jack Russells and 1 little black Houdini lover dog. And there are gardeners outside today, so they're having a field day with that. But a book can do so many things for your business. This is my latest book, Take Your Power Back Now. It has landed me some phenomenal visibility in the media on Fox, ABC, NBC News. And it's really about sharing your stories. Your authenticity is a new currency in business today. Firmly believe that. And I know some of you might have been, thinking that I've wanted to write a book for so long. I know I have my stories to share. I know I need to share them. People tell me all the time, and it might scare the freaking pants off you. So sometimes what you're most afraid of doing is the very thing that will set you free. Truly, truly believe that. And before we jump into the training, I'm just going to share a little bit about me for those of you who don't know me yet. This is my first book. I've written 2 books. The first one I wrote is called From Bankrupt to $900 a Day Selling Mops. That's a picture of me in Hawaii. I used to live in Kauai, Hawaii. And I am an international best-selling author. My second book, Take Your Power Back Now, came out in October of last year, November, and became an overnight bestseller. I'm a speaker, a coach, trainer, and mentor. I help thousands of entrepreneurs worldwide really skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. And you can find out more about me on my site, takeyourpowerbacknow.com. I've been featured in today's Businesswoman magazine, Motivated magazine. I've spoken on a TED stage, a little TED on success. It was an event in Montreal in 2011. Posted workshops all around the world, Costa Rica, the US, and Canada. And I've really made my first 6 figures using these systems that I'm going to show you, and writing a book was a big part of this. And I'm really known for helping spiritual entrepreneurs break through their fear and really rock their sales. Again, when you generate sales, you have a business and not a hobby. So some people think of me as the bikini biz coach. I lived in Hawaii. It was my absolute dream to go and live on the beach. And most days you'll find me in a bikini, even though I live now in Southern California. I love the beach. I love the sunshine. I love adventuring. And I love helping other entrepreneurs really have that confidence to create a lifestyle and business that they want by design and not by default. This is a retreat that I did with some fantastic women in Hawaii. I had so much fun. Really, really amazing time. Working with women. I love doing live retreats. This is a Soul Sister Mastermind I hosted here in California. This is where I live, right in Laguna. It's so gorgeous. I love beautiful places, and I love speaking. I love sharing my stories. And this is another speaking event in Hollywood. And this is really how I love to live my life, on the beach. This is my boyfriend and his kids, Alex. We went back to Kauai, Hawaii this summer and had an amazing time. My friend Preston took us in his plane, this little Cessna. Holy smokes, it was so scary. And he let me drive it. And really, really, I'm passionate about helping entrepreneurs with their confidence and their cash flow, because then you can create your lifestyle however you want. If you like to travel like me, you can totally do that. And I'm going to share with you that, this is a path I've been on for a while. This is not new. I've had the pleasure of meeting some phenomenal people. This is Wayne Dyer, the late Wayne Dyer. Love this man. And Jack Canfield. And I've really been inspired to be an entrepreneur because of my dad. I mean, he was a famous artist. And if you look at the picture in the middle, that's me as a little kid painting with him in the States. He would take us on these road missions, these road trips. And I got started as an entrepreneur because my dad passed away of a massive sudden heart attack. And we were traveling, my sister and I, in Hawaii when he died. And I was 28 years old at the time. And when he died, it was like a huge kick in the pants to just get the show on the road. He would always say this as we were getting ready to go on these, painting trips. We would take the family, my mom, my sister, and I, every summer to Maine and Cape Cod on the eastern seaboard, because I'm Canadian. We'd go down the States and travel. And he would always say, let's get the show on the road. You got to get, the van packed. And when he died, it was like a really major kick in the pants to get the show on the road. And for years, I was working in a job as a live product demonstration specialist, kind of like that ShamWow guy that you see on TV. Well, I was doing that live presentation, selling mops and knives and lint removers. And I was doing that to practice for a public speaking career. And when my dad died, it was like, hey, let's get the show on the road. Enough practicing. It's time to really launch your business and do what you're here to do. And I got to tell you, I was terrified, was absolutely terrified of, how that would all play out. And it's really only when my dad passed away that I decided, what, I got to do this, because I'm almost half his age and, I haven't even started my career. So that's when I wrote my first book. I decided to become the best salesperson in the company and launch my first book, and really a tribute to my dad, who was an amazing artist. And he said, if you do what you love to do, you will never work a day in your life. Absolutely true. I love inspiring entrepreneurs. So let's talk about writing your book and sharing your stories. And I'm just going to check in quickly and make sure that you guys are all here with me and you can see the slides. Got it. Okay. Seeing you. Okay, so everyone can see the PowerPoint. Awesome sauce. Okay, so let's continue. Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da, da. Write your book, share your stories. So important. So I have a story for you. I shared just, how I began. And having a book can do the most amazing things for your business. These are some of the books that my clients have written. Jeannie Russell wrote a book about dolphin energetics. She has a business in Kauai, a healing center, and she got her book cover done. And since, launching that, has been writing her book. She's gone on to do her own speaking events. She's been able to charge $10,000 plus for her year-long coaching programs. Erin Roseman, launched her book. She's now doing workshops. Chantal Palmer, same thing. Veronica Villarreal, a book can dramatically increase your visibility in the marketplace. It can help you get super clear about your message. I tell you what, you will learn the most about you and your business as you write. It's really like birthing a baby. And you can attract high-paying clients, use it to get booked on speaking gigs, and create massive visibility and buzz in the marketplace. Super, super powerful. So there's 5 reasons that entrepreneurs continue to struggle making money. And the first one is they don't have an identity. They don't know what their expertise is, or they don't know what they're selling. Number 3, they don't have an influential offer, or it's not enticing enough. Number 4, they don't talk to enough people, or they don't make enough offers. And number 5, they don't ask for the cash. And writing a book can help you overcome all of those things. So like I said, having a book is the best way to stand out as an expert in your niche, charge higher fees, get booked as a speaker, become a credible expert, create buzz and visibility for your brand, attract clients, and feel and embody your expertise. This is really something magical that happens when your book gets published. When you open the box for the first time and you're like, oh my God, there's my book. It's really an amazing feeling. All right. So visibility means everything in business, and writing a book means you can create massive visibility everywhere. So the number one question that I got asked when I polled everyone for this webinar was, okay, Vanessa, how do I actually get started? It's a great idea to write a book, but how do I actually get started? So you start with an outline. And this is something that my writing coach, Les, helped me with. So the first thing to do is start with a simple book. If it's your first book, you don't have to write, a novel or, 50 chapters. You can start with something as simple as 10 chapters. My first book, I had written 28 and my editor, mashed it down to 10. And it was a powerful, punchy little book. I was actually disappointed when it came in the mail. I was like, oh my God, it's such a small book. And I shared it with a friend of mine at the time, and she said, the only reason my husband reads books, because he's a busy entrepreneur, is because it's a small, short book. So do not underestimate the power of a small, short book, especially if it's your first one. And it's very much, it's very easy and very doable if you start with something like 10 chapters, where you share 10 stories or 10 key lessons or even 10 quotes. So each chapter has a story or a lesson or a quote. And you also want to write, why that's important, and have some kind of call to action. If you read books, it's nice to have, small chunk down pieces of information. And at the end of each chapter, you can have a call to action, like, go to my website and download these audios, or, hey, have a listen to this meditation, or, hey, do this one exercise. You want to have an introduction to your book, a table of contents about the author, testimonials, very, very important. You can use your book as a great way to attract clients. So definitely put testimonials in the beginning and the end. I use my books these days when I go to events. I give them out to people. And of course, you want to have a conclusion, kind of wrap it up. And of course, links to your social media sites and your websites. And that's really it. So if you look, you've got 10 chapters, introduction, table of contents, about the author, testimonials, conclusion. That's like 10, 15 little snippets that you need to write. So most people dream of success, others make it happen. What about you? This is really all about how to create a writing timeline. And I got to tell you, you just got to sit down and do it. You got to commit to it. I mean, if you're going to write a book, you've got a big vision. This is like, it's a big task. I really believe it's a great way to position you, and it's going to take some elbow grease. You're going to have to, roll up your sleeves and get it done. So the way I wrote my second book, it actually came out in 6 weeks, was I, had someone to kind of coach the book out of me every morning. I'd get on the phone for half an hour and figure out, which story I was going to write that day, and figure out the pieces to it. And I sat down in the afternoon and banged out a chapter. So if you want to write your book and it's, you've got 15 pieces, you could write it in 15 days. If you decide to do your outline, schedule, let's say, an hour to write every day, and you sit down and you close everything up and you just write. That's what it's going to take. It's not wishing about it. It's really about sitting down and doing it. You got to schedule it into your calendar every day. Otherwise, guess what? It just never gets done. So commitment means staying loyal to what you said you were going to do long after the mood has set in and has left you. So true, commitment. So let's talk about how to create a winning title and a headline. Start writing. Start putting down your ideas. The clarity really comes from doing. It doesn't come from thinking about it or talking about it, but actually putting something down on paper. And then ask your Facebook friends. This is what I did. People love to be social on social media, so give them a reason to do that. And get your friends and fans on Facebook to actually give you feedback. Super easy way. You can, jot down 4 or 5 title headlines and then ask their opinion. This is what I did. You can do that also with your cover. Seriously, it works. Okay. So again, my clients have done the exact same thing. You know, they've put together a few titles and headlines, and then they've asked their social media following and got really clarity from that. So here's a little formula that can help you. I'm actually going to show you here. I'm going to jump out of the webinar and come back so you guys see my little face. Jim saying, how, I'm just going to look at some questions here too. You are screen sharing. I'm going to put myself back so you can see me. Hi. Jim saying, how long should I plan to get the book done? Well, like I said, if you're going to start it with just 10 chapters, plus those 5 other pieces, you've got 15 pieces. You can do it in 15 days. I am all about getting a challenge, doing it. All right. So you guys can all see me, and this is wonderful. And again, if anyone's having any trouble hearing or seeing me, just hit refresh. Sometimes the browser needs to refresh. Hey, Cynthia, so great to see you here. I love you guys. Again, post any of your questions you have here, and then stick around at the end. I'm going to give you guys a way to get $500 worth of coaching with me for free to help you with your book. All right, so what I wanted to share with you, yes, that's right, was, okay, a little formula for writing headlines. So this is my first book, From Bankrupt to $900 a Day Selling Mops. And gosh, you know, there's a great way to write a headline, from something to something. So think about your experience. What have you overcome? From something to something. People love this headline. My next headline, the next book, Take Your Power Back Now, is more of a statement. You know, take your power back now, and then the underlying subtitle is Overcoming the Resistance to Creating a Life You Love, the Ultimate Confidence Guide to Women. So you can have several kind of pieces to your headline. You can have a big pow statement, you know, and then a subtitle. most of what people are going to get from your book is going to come from the subtitle. And then I'll go back here to the slides and show you guys some other great ideas for getting your titles and your headlines done. All right, so again, from something to something, how to do something is another great way. You know, how to create X amount of dollars in so many days, how to overcome, you know, resentment, how to, from bankrupt to $900 a day, or a shocking statement like take your power back now. Those are some ideas to get you guys going for writing headlines. So I want to show you, here's another great way to get ideas. Ideas to get ideas. Go onto Amazon and search the bestsellers. Let me show you that. I'm gonna go and jump into share my screen. All right, I'm going to show you here Amazon bestsellers. So I've just gone into Amazon. I've gone into books, and you know, you have bestsellers here. And what you want to do is, you know, find your category. So let's say your category is going to be self-help. All right. Here are some of the best sellers in self-help. So what I like to do is, you know, go take a peek at them. This one's called the life-changing magic of tidying up. Okay. Like this is kind of like a how-to, you know, the life-changing magic of tidying up, the Japanese art of decluttering and organizing. Okay, there's interesting. So, you know, what I like to look at in these books is, you know, to get ideas for headlines. The Secret Garden, let's look at this one. The Secret Gardening, an inky treasure hunt and color hunting book. That's interesting. Let's look at business and money. Let's take a look at some of these books. Oh my gosh, I love Brene Brown. She's like one of my favorite authors in the world. Her book's called Rising Strong. There's a statement headline, right? The reckoning, the rumble, the revolution. If we are brave enough, often enough, we will fail. We will fall. This is a book about what it takes to get back up. So she's got a big bold headline, and then she's got actually 2 sub-headlines. And that sub-headline, that last one, really kind of, you know, tells you what you're going to learn, what you're going to get in the book. So spend some time here. Here's this one, Big Magic, it's called. Creating Living Beyond Fear. All right, Elizabeth Gilbert, she's another great speaker. So there's another big bold title headline, Big Magic, and then the subheadline, Creating Living Beyond Fear, is what tells you about what you're going to learn in the book. So you can do this. Go into, you know, the bestsellers list on Amazon, get some ideas there. This is a great way for you to you know, start the process. For me, it's always easier to write something once I know I have something to edit. So you can also look at magazines for great ideas and model what's already working so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Don't reinvent the wheel. You can look at, you know, Cosmopolitan magazines, the Oprah magazine, great ideas for getting ideas. Okay, so how do you get your book cover done? Well, I got my book cover done on Fiverr. I use Fiverr for a lot of things. It was not $5, but this is a site where you can get everything done for $5. And if it costs you a little bit more, this is actually where I find a lot of people to do designs for me, graphic or any kind of thing that I don't know how to do well. I come here first. I've hired people to do video, little snippets, all kinds of things. So you can go into graphic and designs and get somebody to design your book cover. And I think that the video is still showing, so I don't think you guys are seeing this. Let me go back here. Webinar Jam, screen share. Screen share. Yes, okay, there it is. It's on again. So I just want to show you guys here, Fiverr.com. This is a great way for you to get your book cover. Why is this screen share being funny? Screen share. Boom. Start screen share. Okay. Okay. There it is. It's working. Okay. It keeps coming back to the video, guys. This is so strange. I don't know why it's doing that. The joys of hosting a live webinar. The joys of hosting a live webinar. All right. Well, I'm going to keep going here with the slides and hopefully you guys can see them. So you want to go to Fiverr.com to get those, to find somebody to do your cover for you. Next is, you know, how do you get your book? How do you get your book published quickly? How do you get your book published quickly? You can go to Kindle, direct publishing, and get your book on Amazon as an ebook, which I think is the best way to do it. Why? Because if I had to do another book this way, I would post it onto kdp.amazon.com. That's the website, kdp.amazon.com. And you know, you can get a PDF, upload it on there, you have a cover on there, and you have a way to test to see if people actually like your book. Elaine says, thank you. Set your slideshow to individual browser. It works best in Hangouts. Okay, I'm going to listen to you guys. Thank you for your start screen share, for your help. Present to everyone. Yeah, it might work now. You're screen sharing to everyone. Thank you, Elaine. Awesome. Okay, so there you go. KDP Select, Kindle Publishing. Launch your book on Amazon, and that way you get to work out all the kinks. It doesn't have to be perfect. Test out to see if people like it, and you can upload that very, very quickly. So the website again is kdp.amazon.com. Go ahead and publish your book as an ebook first. You can also publish your book using CreateSpace. This is ways to self-publish your book. CreateSpace is a great way to get physical copies. You can order them, you know, a few at a time. You don't have to do a massive, you know, publishing run and get thousands printed. You can go to createspace.com and get your book published there quickly, and then sell them at events, use them when you go and network, you know, whatever you need to do. Personally, I use Lightning Source. This is what I've used for both of my books, and they're great. They give you the option of also getting your book onto, you know, Barnes & Nobles, Amazon. They're the people that link it. So for example, when somebody goes to Amazon and buys my book, it goes immediately to Lightning Source, and Lightning Source then mails it out for Amazon. So I don't really mail any of my books. And they put it out to all of the major sites, Barnes & Nobles, you know, all of these things. So that's who I use. So let me share with you some tips on how to hire an editor. You got to talk to them first. This is really, really important. You want to have a good editor. Want to have a good editor. Why? Holy smokes, tell you what, it's gonna be a nightmare if you don't. And I recommend you interview a few people and talk with them. Be sure to hire someone who gets you and understands your work, because if they don't, you're gonna just have a ton of struggles, and you really need someone who gets you, who understands your work, and that's really going to help you. You can find editors on elance.com, on fiverr.com as well. You can even post something on Facebook. Guarantee, people love to help. They love to offer their opinion. I always go to Facebook and ask my friends, hey, who are you using for a good editor? So let's look at what it really takes to write a book. Ambition is the path to success. Persistence is the vehicle you arrive in. I tell you what, writing a book takes some, some work, and it's like a marathon. Writing the book, publishing it is one thing. That's one thing. Marketing the book is a completely different thing, and it takes these two things in combination. So it takes ambition, but it takes persistence. So don't give up. You've got to decide that you're going to write the book. You've got to commit to it. We talked about planning, a time in your calendar, an hour a day. Les here says you can write a book in 30 days. Absolutely doable. It took me 6 weeks, my second book, but that was really a big book. That was 25 chapters, 50,000 words. So decide you're going to do it, commit to it, and that's where success comes from. And again, get support, advice, and guidance from people who have done it before. Shortcut your learning curve and get mentorship. So I always say, do one thing every day that scares you. So if you're afraid of writing a book, just decide to do it, commit to it, and get it done. Do one thing every day that scares you. And you know what? It's not going to be comfortable, people. The magic happens outside your comfort zone. So if this, is a big, hairy, scary task for you, good. It should be. It should be outside your comfort zone. Do it anyways, because that is where the magic happens. And life isn't about finding yourself. It's really about creating yourself. So if you've got a great story to share, you're doing the world a disservice by not getting it out there. Life is it's not about finding yourself, it's about creating yourself. So you have always the option to, put yourself out there and create, instead of just letting yourself get wafted about by the wind of life. So here are some ways to begin marketing your book. And before we get into it, I'm actually going to jump in here and check out some of the questions. Elaine says, what's lightning source? Kendra says, what's lightning source? Lightning source is a distribution center. So what they do is they print the book and they ship it out. Amber says, I've had a revelation about how I contributed to my own demise that led to a lot of my PSD episodes. I'm finding it hard to trust myself. Oh, totally. Totally. This is what I help a lot of my clients with, is, trusting their intuition. And just know that if you have certain stories that you've been sharing with people that they love, continue sharing those stories. Write your book. Trust that your story needs to be shared. Otherwise, you wouldn't continually have the idea to do it. Right? All right, let's see if there's any more new chats going on here. Okay, I'm going to jump back in. So here are some ways to begin marketing your book. It's so important to market this thing as you write it. Oh my God. You can create in your email signature, hey, I'm the author of the upcoming book. Super powerful. You put that in your email signature inside Gmail. You can post it on all the social media sites, author of the upcoming book. And really, get that cover done, and then you can begin using it. You can begin, sharing with people. I'm building buzz. Hey guys, I'm writing my book. What do you think of the cover? Oh my gosh, people are just gonna freak out. You can share it on all the social media sites. You can, again, create buzz with your book cover. And trust me, once you have that book cover, it's gonna light a fire under your ass to get it done. You can give away a PDF copy of your book to build your list, or if you have the first 2 chapters done, you can use that to give away to build your list even before the rest of it is done. Great way to start marketing yourself. Or you could create a video challenge. I love video challenges. I'm all about it. I help a lot of women entrepreneurs break through their visibility blocks using video and an iPhone, creating simple little videos in less than 5 minutes a day. You can create highly engaging content and attract your ideal clients. One of my recent clients Janik has done just amazing work in the last 30 days, closed $11,000 in business by doing this very simple video challenge. It's how I started my business several years ago, over 6 years ago now, 7 years ago. And you could do a video for each chapter in your book or each idea. Be a great way to create content and begin marketing yourself. So share your gift with the world, share your inspiration. I'm going to check back right now for any last minute questions here inside the chat. Kendra wants to know, what about the format of writing your book? What about the format? So the editor really takes care more of the format. But if you want to start writing a book, I suggest, the first book to be a small 10-chapter book. 10 chapters, or, where you share 10 ideas or 10 stories, or start with 10 quotes. That's a great way to start, ideas. So that can be the format. That's what I suggest if it's your first book. Great questions. Great questions, everyone. All right, so let's continue. Yeah. Share your stories. The world needs your inspiration. I'm telling you, inspiration is a hot commodity right now. And it really just takes commitment. You just got to jump in the pool, Matt. You just got to go for it, commit, and you will get it done. Find somebody to help you, a mentor who has done it before. So what I really want to talk to you right now is what it's costing you not to have a sales attraction system in your business. And I know most people that are watching this webinar, you're an entrepreneur, you want to write a book because you have a vision and you're committed. And, writing a book is, yes, a great visibility piece. But, what really differentiates people's businesses is actually having a system now to turn this book into sales. That's really what it, don't be one of these people that just writes a book and then it's like, okay, now what? I wrote my book and I thought it was all just going to come, people are going to come flying over to me and flocking over to me. You must have a system in place, a system to attract leads, ideal leads, and turn them into paying clients. That's when you have a business. When you're making sales. And most entrepreneurs avoid sales like the plague because they have all these issues about unworthiness, not deserving, I'm not ready, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 and it really can cost you. So what's it costing you right now not to have a sales attraction system in your business? What's it costing you in terms of confidence? I work with entrepreneurs every day. It's a very, very scary place to be in when you don't have a system for generating leads and closing sales. You start to doubt yourself. Am I really meant to do this? What's it costing your family? What's it costing you in terms of your peace of mind and your freedom? Have a sales attraction system in your business. A book is a great marketing piece, but you still have to use it to attract leads. Now, a lot of you might be spending time in survival mode, running around, you want to write a book, you want to commit to your success, but without a sales attraction system, it's really almost like survival mode. And maybe, a lot of this swimming around and running in circles can be from toxic emotions like fear. I mean, when there's so much fear and self-doubt and running around and not knowing what to do, it's kind of like you're a cup that's overflowing and you don't have the space to trust yourself. Like Amber was saying, I have a problem really trusting myself and listening to my intuition. I work with a lot of women. The number one thing we do is help them clear the mind, calm the mind, so you can, connect and hear that voice of intuition, because it will take you everywhere. So love is really the answer. So, love is really the answer. You've got to love yourself enough to commit to your vision and turn that love, inwards on all of those crazy emotions. We do a lot of emotional detox in my program. So you have a choice now today. Everyone, you've been here, you've been taking notes, you've been asking questions, you showed up live, and you've been watching this webinar, and you can go away and you can start to implement some of these things on your own. You can, decide to not do absolutely anything about it, just make this another thing that you watch and not really take any action, or you can really commit. So, what if in the next 30 days, we could help you generate $10,000 in your business? What would that mean for you? What would that mean for your business? What would that mean for your family? What would that mean for your life, for your confidence, for the impact that you can make in the world? So how would you like to double your income or even quadruple it in the next 30, 60, 90 days? I know that might sound like a really crazy promise, but this is my question to you. It's a very serious question. So people ask me all the time, it sounds great, Vanessa. Hey, if I could make an extra $5,000 this month, I'd be super jazzed. And the key here, the first step is to really give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to want what you want. Say yes to it, show up to it, commit to it. This is when all the doors of possibility open, because you are a creator. You're creating everything in your life. So I want to talk to you about how you can skyrocket your confidence and your cash flow right now. One of my clients, Lisa Cattell, she signed up to work with me, and in 30 days, she signed a deal for $37,000. She was feeling very stuck and unmotivated in her business. And truth be told, she was talking to the wrong audience. And she was feeling like she was working too hard in her business. And she had a 5-year-old daughter, and she wanted to help her husband retire and work with her. And she wanted to stop working so hard. And she really wanted her business to work. And we looked at mindset, and I helped her direct, offers to the right people. And boom, she closed a deal for $37,000. So if you're thinking that 10K in 30 days is, a really big stretch, I tell you what, many of my clients do much more than that. Here's Sharon Cohen. She did a women's empowerment event. She had this vision, many people that are wanting to write a book, you want to be speakers. So Sharon wanted to host a one-day women's empowerment event, and she did that. I helped her, create offers and go out to speaking and networking events, and she filled the room with over 140 women. She had an amazing event. She had 20 people that signed up for her group coaching program. They stayed with her for the entire year. It was a huge turning point in her career, and she's hosting another one, her second one now, which is really exciting. Nicole also, got clear on her offers and her sales attraction system, and she started generating $8,000 weeks. So this is what happens when you get the clarity in your business. And I know many people wanting to write a book, one of the biggest struggles you're going to face is having clarity about what the heck do I call my book? What is it going to be about? How am I going to position myself? What's the headline going to be? It's the clarity that stalls people out. And when you get that clarity, then you can take action, right? So this is how my clients do it. I invite them to join me in the 10K and 30-day Skyrocket Your Confidence and Cash Flow program. It's actually a 9-month coaching program, and I help my clients with clarity about their brand, clarity about their message, and help them overcome all of the limiting beliefs. Super powerful when you have that foundation for success. And then we focus on sales, because guess what? You got to make sales in your business. Otherwise, it's just a hobby. And I'm really passionate about helping entrepreneurs, skyrocket their confidence and cash flow. And it happens when you're able to focus on sales. We talk about sales in a very heart-centered way. I work with spiritual women, so it's really about connecting with people on an energetic level and serving them, but also having the right systems for success. And this is what it looks like inside the program. There are 8 modules. We talk a lot about mindset, about understanding your ideal clients and their message. We talk about gaining visibility, both online, using video or webinars, or offline by hosting speaking events, hosting your own workshop. And I share a workshop profit secret system here inside the program with my clients. That's how I generated my first 6 figures. We talk about how do you package your services? What are you going to call them? How are you going to, what's included in them? How much do they cost? How do you organize your payment plans? How does all of that work? Week number 4 is all about having a sales script and handling objections. Week number 5 is about positioning yourself as an expert. Like you saw many of my clients use a book to do that. It's a great way. Week number 6 is about networking. Week number 7 is all about how do you create your website? How do you create a free gift to put on your website that will help you attract clients? And finally, module 8 is all about having your entire sales attraction system. How do you do that? How do you get this in place? How do you attract ideal leads and turn them into paying clients? And then we have resources and bonuses. There's just a lot here in the program, and it's really just been a total blessing to work with these amazing spiritual women entrepreneurs and just really help them with their confidence and their cash flow. The workshop profit secret systems included in there as well. Here's one of my clients, Susanna. She said Vanessa over-delivered on her promise. She did actually $20,000 in her first 30 days. She says Vanessa's challenge is 10K in 30 days, but my results have been double that. So like I said, if you're watching this webinar and you're looking for clarity in your business, you're looking for some help with your systems and your structure, with mindset, with overcoming beliefs, these limiting beliefs, I can help you. And I want to help you, and I want to give you a chance to really get clear on your book title, on your headline, any clarity that I can help you with. It's my absolute pleasure to do so. And I'm going to open up 5 spaces in my calendar next week to talk with you. And again, this is for you if you are a really committed entrepreneur and you're looking for some guidance to help you get the clarity that you need to move forward. You can go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready and apply there. You fill out an application form and I'll get that. I'll be able to read and find out more about you and what you're looking to do in your business. So basically, like I said, I've set some time to speak with you in the next week or so for about an hour, about 30 minutes to an hour, to dramatically help you improve your sales and attract clients. Having a book, great way to do that. And I'm personally going to take time to sit down and talk with you to help you get crystal clear about, what is really holding you back from getting the results you want in your business. Is it an inner block? Is it clarity about your message or your packages? Is it a sales or marketing block? What is it? I want to help you. So, the 10K in 30-day challenge is really for you if you're a service entrepreneur, if you're a coach, a consultant, a healer. I work with a lot of law of attraction coaches, speakers, mentors. And if you really have a service to sell, I can help you sell it for higher price points and attract more leads and paying clients. And this is really going to help you get there. Like Nicole, she fast-tracked her success, $8,000 a week in sales. Amazing. So you can have that too. And what you want to do is go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready. If you want to talk with me, you can apply for a strategy session there. And I'd love to help you with anything I have. Anything that I can help, anything that I've done that I can help you, I'm happy to do so. And this is really for you if you're committed, if you're a serious entrepreneur who's taking your business seriously. You don't want to have a hobby business. You really want to start generating income with it, and you want to use a book. Awesome sauce. I'd love to help you. So go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com/10K ready and apply. I'm only going to take 5 people because it is free. And, my consulting, when I did sell my consulting, was $1,000 an hour. So, I told you guys today at the beginning of the webinar that I'm going to give you a way to get $500 worth of free coaching with me. Here it is. Take me up on it and go ahead and apply because it's free. And again, I'm going to do this for the next 5 people. So some little inspiration and mindset, because you know what? Nothing happens until you make a decision. So if you are on the fence, go for it. This is actually a picture of my sister and I bungee jumping in New Zealand off this crazy bridge. We have a video somewhere. It's absolutely phenomenal. And really, guys, you are creating your life. You're creating your business with every decision you make or don't make. So if you've been feeling like, I know we've got to write my book, decide to do it. Decide. And take the risk, take a flying leap risk, because, nothing happens without taking risks. And I think that, entrepreneurs are a special breed of people because we do take a lot of risks, and you need to be able to do that if you're going to succeed as an entrepreneur. You got to trust your intuition, take risks, calculated risks, and have the help of mentors and get the guidance that you need to help you shortcut your success and avoid the pitfalls and mistakes. So follow your intuition, let love guide you. This is another important piece of the puzzle. And I'll leave you with a quote, one of my favorite quotes. It says, education consists not so much of knowledge, but of knowledge effectively and persistently applied. People are paid not merely for what they know, but more importantly, what they do with what they know. So you could be the best kept secret out there. And unless you're really, taking action every day, putting yourself out there in the marketplace, you'll continue to be the best kept secret. And that's just no fun. So again, persistently applied, knowledge of persistently applied. Take action. This is where the magic comes from. This is from Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich. So guys, I'm going to end the webinar there. If you want to talk with me, I will open up 5 spaces in my calendar to speak with you. Go to takeyourpowerbacknow.com, 10K ready, and apply. And I want to thank you all for joining us here on the webinar. I'm going to check in one last time. Joe says, love the simplified process, more about intention, less about how to. Kendra's saying, so type it up in Word. Yeah, absolutely. Type up your manuscript in a Word document, and then when you work with your editor, she's gonna do the formatting. You know, she's gonna do the editing and the formatting. She or he. Great question. Cynthia, if you guys, it's just like, I can't see the slides. This happens sometimes. Just hit refresh and you'll be able to see it. I'm going to post the webinar replay so you guys can also listen to that. Again, guys, thank you so much for showing up here today. I absolutely love each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time to be with me here live. I'm going to stop the screen share so you guys can see my little face. There you are. I'm having some more tea. I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an amazing entrepreneur. And take action. You know, get your book out there. Do not, as Wayne Dyer would say, do not die with your story still inside you, or with your music still inside you. Share your message. It is an amazing thing. I've got 2 books that I've written, and you know, each one has helped me dramatically grow my business and my reach and my income and my visibility. It's been one of the best things I've ever done, and it's work, and you can do it. So my encouragement for you today is to just get it done. I love you. Amber's saying, thank you so much for your help. Much respect to you. You're very welcome. Cynthia says, thanks, Vanessa. You're welcome, guys. Love you so much. Mwah.